Hi everybody, I'm Andras from BlenderKit, and this video will show you how to get the detailed logs from the BlenderKit add-on and also BlenderKit's background daemon process. So you can send us the logs when you have any kind of problems with the add-on, and we will investigate them in detail and in depth and find the solution for you, and also publish fix later. So, first of all, as we do not want to spam all of you with detailed information about the runtime of the add-on and what's going on well, what's going on in completely wrong way sometimes, we are not printing this information into the graphical user interface of Blender, but we are storing it, we are printing it just into the console, which is by default hidden in Blender. So to get the logs, we will need to start Blender from command line, or more precisely on Windows from PowerShell. To do this, we will first need to find where the Blender binary is located, and by default it should be in C, program files, then Blender Foundation, Blender 3 point something, in this case 0.4, the latest version I want to use, and then there should be a file named blender.exe, which is not showing right now, exe, but it you can see that its application type of the file is application, which means this is basically exe file. If the file is not in this directory or in this path, you can find it also by clicking on the icon of the Blender, and you will see the path in here. See program files, Blender Foundation, Blender 3.4, and then Blender Launcher. Just ignore the last one, the Blender Launcher, and just navigate to this path. That's what we need. Okay, so right now we have the path. So I will copy the path by clicking on it and clicking on copy, and I will start PowerShell. PowerShell you start in a way that you click on the Windows Start button, type PowerShell into the search, and click on the PowerShell app. It will open this nice, or ugly, it depends, blue window into which you can write commands. The first command we want to write is to start actually the Blender. To start Blender from PowerShell, type ampersand, or this is the sign at or and after ampersand give it 2 quotes, and into those quotes we will paste the path we have copied before. Pasting you can paste by right clicking in the PowerShell. So this is the path, and we don't have the binary, so just extend it with /blender.exe, and this is the complete or absolute binary path to the Blender binary. See program files, Blender Foundation, Blender 3.4/blender.exe. And once we have this command written, you can hit enter, and it will start the Blender as it would normally start if you click on the icon. The one thing which is different is that all the debug information, or like the more detailed information which Blender and all the add-ons are printing out, is printed into the PowerShell window. As you can see, we have quite a lot of information in here, from the fact that BlenderKit is starting background check for updates, not finding updates, to more useful information that daemon server is starting on some address, and that its log file is located on this path. Then we can also see that daemon is running and daemon is connected to blenderkit.com. So from these 3 lines, I would say that this add-on is working just fine right now, but let's see. I will copy the path to the daemon log, which was printed, and once I have selected the path by holding the left mouse button and like marking it all sandish yellowish in sandish yellow color. I will click on the right mouse button, and this will deselect and copy the selected contents. So right now I have the path copied, and I will again navigate to Start button, type PowerShell, and I will open the second PowerShell window. In the second PowerShell window, we will monitor the daemon log file. So we will see both logs. First, we will get all the logs from the Blender and BlenderKit itself in the first PowerShell window, and then we will monitor the daemon log. To monitor the daemon log, we will write command get -content. Then we will paste by right clicking by mouse. We will paste the path and writing -weight. This weight means that the command does not exit immediately, but it will be waiting, monitoring the file for new lines being written, and it will print them to the console. So basically it will give us access to the most recent logs from daemon in real time. I will hit the enter right now. Just to mention, if you have any white spaces in the path, you can add quotes, so the path is quoted as before with the Blender binary path. It doesn't matter if you use it with quotes. It's safer, but you don't have to if there are no white spaces. So I will now hit the enter, and I see that there was something printed out, and what was printed out is the actual content of this file. When the daemon was started, it printed some information about its configuration, and we can then see that there's information that it's running on some kind of address. If there were any kind of errors, that they will also printed out. At this moment, we have set it up, both windows, and we can start doing the things which are causing the troubles. If the troubles are during the start of the add-on and you are not even like able to start the add-on or start the daemon, I would suggest to close the Blender once more, and then navigate to the first PowerShell window, hit up arrow key. It will show the last command you have run. This is the command for starting Blender, and we will start the Blender one more time, now being both monitored from the Blender debug PowerShell, and also from the PowerShell which is monitoring the daemon. I will hit the enter, and the Blender is being started, and we can see that we have logs from daemon, we have logs from the BlenderKit, and we can do all the stuff we need to do until something gets broken. Yeah, one thing to mention. When you have selected, when you select any text in the PowerShell window, it will freeze the process or the program which you have started from this PowerShell window. So right now the Blender window is completely frozen, and the reason is because I have selected some text in the first PowerShell window. When I deselect, it just continues to run. You know, this is a little bit tricky, but just do not select any text when the Blender is running. It will get this pause and being executed. So I've searched for cat. I can download the cat. Yeah, it's working. I will then download the seeds. And as you can see, daemon is not printing any kind of errors, and the add-on is printing just information about search results, and everything looks just fine for now. Yeah. Now we have some kind of error when importing the asset, and this can be like the thing we want to report or something else. When you are running the Blender from this PowerShell window and also monitoring the daemon log, you are recording all the process information we need to debug the add-on. Once you have found the error and it stops to behave as it should, just continue a little bit for a while, and then you can just close the Blender and copy all the contents. Right now I will just copy the text. As I said, you can hold the left mouse button, select the text, and click on the right mouse button. It will copy the text. Then you can write us email or navigate to github.com/BlenderKit/BlenderKit, and you can create an issue in here. You can here paste the log from the add-on, and also paste the log from the daemon, and describe the issue, write down the title, and then you can just hit the submit new issue. That's it. Right now we will have all the precious informations about what happened in the Blender and BlenderKit add-on itself, and we will also have information what happened in the daemon from its log. Daemon can restart when something gets wrong, or when you disable and enable the add-on, and it will reset the contents of the log file. But when you are monitoring it from the PowerShell, it does not reset. The whole history is being kept in the PowerShell window. So as you can see right now, we have the history from the first run of the daemon, and we have also the history from the second run of the daemon. And this is really useful for us, because we can see that daemon tried to restart 5 times, that it tried 10 different ports and stuff like that. Yeah, so basically copy as much as you can from the PowerShell window until you hit the issue, and we will read it, and we will find why this bug or error or whatever is happening to you. Thank you, and have Have a nice day.